Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. Got a late start because I was trying to deal with some driver issues and stuff with some of my equipment. Think I got it all squared away, but real quickly, hello Claxton, Art Claxton, Chris Aubrey, Brick Sargent, Jeff Escobar, Kip Hoffman, Steve Weiser. I think I got everybody. Berkeley Bricks, hello. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to specifically be doing more city work. I made a small jumper so I could start tiling in and plating in some more of that area over there around Privet Drive. Let me make sure I got my box of parts. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to switch to the studio cam and then I'm going to walk that way. Hopefully, I think I got everything straightened out. So there shouldn't be any issues like there was last time. I don't have the extra camera over here, obviously. But the last time we were trying to stream over here, quite simply, I couldn't, I forgot to turn one of my monitors on. Quite simply, I just can't use my face cam until I get another one. So we'll just have to work with looking at my hands. And I hope nobody minds that. The first thing I wanted to do though, is I was going to take, and because I got the wiring all fixed and situated over here now, so I'm going to put this roadway back. Driveway is what I should actually call it. And then I want to get all this plated in because I want to start getting to be able to where I can put some of the decorative material over here. And in order to do that, I got to get all the green down. So we're going to fill this first. After I get some of this stuff laid down, we can put that dude there, I think anyway. Making sure I did that right. Yes, I did. Okay. And let me move my TV monitor, because where it is currently at, it is being blocked by the tripod. And I want to be able to see your guys' comments. Just give me one more minute while I'm still arranging things. And thank you so much, Brick Sargent. Brick Sargent just donated $1.99. Very awesome of you. Jeff Escobar, hey, how you doing? Brett Ucker, hello. Papa's Bricks, hello. That there. Felipe, hello to you as well, my friend. I thought I had, I will find it in a little bit. I need a 2x4 to go here. But what I am, like I said, my main concern, and how did I mess that? Oh, because that's the edge. That's right, I need to put the edge pieces back in. I really ripped this apart the last time we were over here, didn't I? So I need that, and that should be everything. So now I can start. This is, I want to just point this out, guys. I'm hoping you can see it anyway. This is one of the reasons why I love Mills plates. I know a lot of people, it's funny because I see so many people making videos on Mills plates now, and a lot of the people aren't really even touching on what I consider anyway to be some of the important reasons for doing a Mills plate. They're just talking about the strength and whatever else. And this is what I'm doing right here is another very important feature of them. And that is quite simply the ability to hide your wire. That is primarily one of the biggest reasons that I kind of got the bug to do Mills plates. Charm City Bricks is the one that kind of sold me on them. And as you can see, now all that wire just poof, vanished. Grumpy J, hey, how you doing? Eccentric Brooks, hello. Our Claxton says Paul Dot will be jealous because he won't be seeing your face. He'll be okay though, I promise. He'll make it. Is he even in here yet tonight? And Brett Ucker, thank you so much. He says, don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Dude, that is so awesome of you. I really do appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Got that on there like that. Now we can start filling some of this back in. I'm not putting, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. I have a little bit of a water feature right here. And what I was honestly thinking originally, but I changed kind of my plans, is I was thinking about bringing some of that water feature up and into here a little bit. But now I'm just kind of thinking about just filling it with trees. I got to put the back wall along Privet Drive, and then I'm just going to put some more water down over here instead. Whiskey shred? Absolutely. But Jeff Escobar was saying, Daryl, because with regular plates, you can't tug away. And I missed the comment, it went away, hold on. With regular plates, you can't tug away the light wire. You can still actually tug the wire away inside of there, believe it or not, if you wanted to anyway. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michael. He said he didn't get the notification. I've only been streaming for a few minutes, so like I was just telling everybody, I kind of got a late start. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I can in a short amount of time. And part of that was just quite simply trying to get a bunch of this filled in and covered up so it's not so unsightly, so I can start adding more decorations to it. And I needed to put, that was the other thing, I needed my last light over here. I need to get a handful, let me see. Let me grab some more of these bricks. I got one more light I need to grab. And then I gotta grab some, what else was it? I gotta grab some 2x4 greens for next to the driveway there. So let me run back over to the build studio for just a minute, guys. And I can still talk while I'm doing that. Not that I have a whole bunch to say, but something I know in the last stream I was talking about possibly trying to build a little mountain or whatever there in the corner to hide that one big ugly brick that I didn't like. And I ended up just making a jumper so I didn't have to use that big ugly brick because I just really didn't like it at all. So I came up with a better solution and soldered together my own container. And I am just kind of randomly grabbing some pieces to throw into this bin that I might use. So bear with me, guys, for one moment. I'm trying to load up on a bunch of different little green parts. And on top of the little green parts, where did you go? There you are. I needed some 2x4 plates. No chewing bubblegum and walking. I'll be okay. Although I would like to think that I'm capable of doing that, but you know, you never know. I'm gonna grab some of these, and let's grab a couple of these. I might even steal some of that stuff back. Let's grab some of these too. And then I'm just gonna simplify things. I'm just gonna grab this whole freaking container of 2x2s. That way if I run out, I ain't gotta keep running back and forth. William, I hope I'm gonna say this right, and if I didn't, I apologize in advance, because I am horrible at speech, guys. William Barnhart says, hey there, I have a question about starting a city. I have about 100 sets, modular city sets, vehicles, etc. What should I start with? The street layout or buildings or what? Thanks. When it comes to doing a city, me personally, I would try and get kind of an idea, especially if you're gonna be sticking with sets. I would try and get a general idea of your layout with your streets first. I don't know if your intention is to build, oh, you know what, I can pull, yeah, let's do that. I don't know if your intention is to, you know what, I got so many of these, let's save. Oh, that's a plate, okay. I don't know if you're planning on brick building the roads or if you're gonna be using, like this is brick built, and then I do also have designs available on my website that I can show you, just to give you some flavor flav. I sell designs like this if you wanted to use this kind of Mills plate with the new road plate, or if you're just going to use the stock standard roads But to me, that would be the best way to figure it out, is to kind of figure out how you want your roads to look, and then you can put your buildings in. The first thing I would do though is just start building some of your sets. Figure out how big of a layout you want, and just basically run with it, man, and just start having some fun. Let's see, I got that taken care of, so now I got to come down here. I needed this plate. Oh, I didn't grab the light, of all things. Absolutely, Mills plates all the way. Although I will say this too, though, guys, and hey, RC Brick, and hello, Leon Johnson. This has finally caught a live stream again. Awesome, buddy. And hello, G. Jacobson. The other thing I do want to point out, though, is I build in Mills plates, and I love Mills plates. I will never go another route. And the reason I'm trying to bring this up and talk about it is I'm doing it for a specific purpose. Mills plates are extremely expensive, and I don't want to discourage anybody from doing it because there's a lot of benefits from using Mills plates, as you can see, because I mean I'm illuminating and hiding wire and all that good stuff. But the point that I'm trying to make is if you're not going to be going to shows and things of that nature, I don't know that it's necessarily for you, for anybody, I mean, is what I'm trying to get at. If you're trying to build small displays and just be super detailed for your own flavor, we'll call it, at your home, great, go ahead and do it. But if you're trying to build some insanely huge display, like, you know, like what I have going on, I don't recommend that for the average builder because it is very expensive, and it has taken me a very long time to accumulate all the parts that I needed to be able to do this. And like I said, I don't want to discourage anybody, but if you're just doing it for the hobby and just doing it for the fun, I would just stick with the standard plates. There was a big worry there for a little bit that where the heck did they put it? There it is. That they were going to discontinue the old road plates, and they came out and finally released information that is not going to be the case now. They are going to be keeping the road plates. They're going to be keeping the actual base plates as well, is my understanding. But what they're going to be doing is they're going to be repackaging everything. So that is one thing to kind of help people go in either direction. But again, if you're going to be going to shows and stuff, I highly, highly, highly recommend Mills plates. If you're not going to be going to shows, to me, it's really not that big of a concern. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing to do, but it's not something that you have to do. And I just wanted to kind of point that out because I think a lot of people think have to do Mills, and it's really not a requirement at all. It's all about personal choices and preferences. And give me 1 second while I'm trying to figure out how did I screw up my math. Oh, it's this piece that's messed up. That makes more sense. Oh, absolutely, Michael. I mean, because you will not, well, it's like any of these buildings, like this building over here. That's not, I shouldn't say this building, this is a city block. And you would not be able to take, if I can get it, my finger under it anyway, you would not be able to take and pick up a city block and do that with it without Mills plates. And that's why I do preach all the time, all the benefits of Mills plates and all that stuff. But I don't want people to think that that is the only thing that you can do and that's the only way to do it. I like people to know that there are options, that it's not a must-have thing or a must-do thing. It's all about your personal preferences. Let me get that tucked. Get that down in there. Get him into place. There we go. Now we got to get that guy placed over here. But yes, again, if you're going to be doing wiring like a display, like what I do with my city, I definitely recommend doing it. But I just don't want people to think that I don't want people to think it's a requirement, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I've had some people that have gotten somewhat hateful with me for basically promoting it so much, and to me it's the only way I see building. But again, like I like to try and remind people, I do this because I'm going to Brick Fair, Virginia this year, and I'm going to be taking a bunch of builds with me, and that is really the main reason, get in there, that I build on Mills plates, because I already knew I was going to be going to Lego displays and such, and I wanted to have something easy for transportation. That was my biggest, I'm trying to get that wire tucked, there we go. That was my biggest decision maker with going Mills, is I wanted to have something strong for transportation. And I need a 1x4 in green now. Jacobson says, I love Mills plates. They have many benefits. They really beef up your build, and a great way to run wires for lighting. Yes, they do. Kip Hoffman says, well, I'll say this though. Once you go Mills, you are absolutely right. You will never go back, and I totally agree with you, buddy. And Axel, thank you so much for that donation. That is super generous of you. I really appreciate that, my friend. Raymond Diaz says, chat room, I would like to know if you have 2 levels of plates on the Mills plates when you put a house on a building. I personally, I can tell you, Raymond, that my buildings are placed on the plate that is placed on the top, but you don't have to do that. And I do want to point out, there are a ton of ways that you can do Mills plates. I know the way that I do them has kind of caught on, it seems, and it's really gotten extremely popular, way more popular than I ever could have imagined. I never dreamed that the method that I'm doing it with would have gotten popular. But there are other ways to do Mills plates. I do want to point that out as well. You don't have to do brick. You could do 2x2 plates inside of that as well. So that is another way that you could physically do a Mills plate, and that it would still work really good. And I think I'm about to sneeze, guys. So if I blow your eardrums out, I apologize. Stupid weather. Give me 1 minute while I try and get this together and not. Okay, the feeling is going away. I think I'm good now. Let's get that back down in there. Let's get you down in there. Let's get you placed right here. And let's get a little right in there. There we go. Now we have all of our light poles placed. I like it. Mills plates are definitely all the rage, my friend. Kip, that's really not a bad Mills plate. 64 by 128. To me, that's good. I mean, you have to build the Mills place. And thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. I was able to hold it back though. But like I was going to say though, Kip, you got to build the Mills plate to the size of the building. Let me get some tiles. If you don't build the Mills plate to the size of the building, then the Mills plate's useless. And a lot of people, that's something else too though, is a lot of people kind of struggle when it comes to doing larger Mills plates. And I think the struggle is because they're afraid that the pins aren't going to light up. And that's another thing I do want to point out, because I do talk about the pinning and all that and how I put it, because I do put it on all of mine, on the corners. But it's, there again, that's something that's not required. And me personally, my city here at home, I do not pin any of it. And I don't pin it because if I ever have to come back and work on something, I want to be able to just hit it and go. You know what I mean? I want to be able to just pick it up and pull it out and not have to worry about the pinning. Where if I was to pin my table together, I would be screwed if I had a problem in the middle. Art Claxton says the trade I messaged, that trade, okay, you're talking, okay, that I messaged you about, the 4 plates, it went through good, and you will be jealous. You know what happens when you clean, you sneeze and get sick. Yeah, usually, it seems like that's what happens. And I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you for the bless you, even though I was able to refrain from it. William Barnhart says, I do, assuming he's met Mills. Why is that not, okay, I'm good. He does his main mill plates, 32 plates, then 2x4 bricks at the streets, then 4 16x16 plates for the 32x32, obviously no lights. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I mean, some people would absolutely die. I will sometimes drill holes in some of my stuff, just for a mill's plate. But I do want to point out, when I'm doing that, I am doing that typically to off-brand parts. I really do not like to drill and alter my Lego parts. Although I have done it to some of my Lego parts, I typically like to not do it to my Lego parts. To my official Lego parts anyway. But that's why, because I have a little bin right over here next to me that is full of nothing. And why isn't that? Oh, the chain is bound. I have a bin of off-brand Lego over here to my left, and that is quite simply what I keep it for, is just for being able to go over there, grab stuff anytime I want to drill. I'm trying to get this last fence put back together on the privet drive side of the build. Got one more to go. Ta-da, ta-da. And if we can get that guy on there. Give me 1 second and I'll walk back over closer to the monitor so I can actually read. And this fell off of this tree. I'm almost afraid to touch it because I feel like if I do, it's gonna, there we go. Okay, we got that portion of the table together now. So that looks better. Now, let's see. You know what? Let's put one more birdie out here. So that's Harry Potter's house. Oh, I got to fill in down here. William. Yeah, some people. You know, it's funny though, William. Some people's reactions when I say that is exactly what you just did. It's, oh my God, how could you possibly use off-brand? If it's someplace that you can't see it, and if I'm going to be damaging it, drilling into it, or anything like that, I don't see a problem with it. I know that I am not the majority, though. Some people get really offended by that. And William, I am right with you. I sneeze in 3s, sometimes 4s. I can never just sneeze once, though. And hello, John. How are you? Hello, John Baktura, I should say. Jeff says, don't you hate when you feel like you're going to sneeze, but the sneeze never happens? I honestly don't mind it because I feel like my whole body is convulsing when I'm sneezing. If that makes sense. It's how I feel about it anyway. And let's get some of this tucked away. Because, and I'm almost thinking about putting mailboxes all along the road. I kind of like those. No, I do agree with you on that. Some off-brands do not work that well. Mega Blocks isn't too bad. And then there's a large base plate that I like to buy and use specifically for my skyscrapers. And it's, again, because I'm drilling holes through them. So that's why I use those specifically, because I'm going to be drilling a hole through them. Because when I'm doing a skyscraper, I either have to make a pocket. Let's not pinch the wire, Daryl. I either have to build a pocket going up through the building, which means tons and tons and tons of parts, or I have to, having a brain cramp, or I have to drill holes through it. And if I'm going to drill holes through it, I would rather use these. Why is my YouTube account called Bevins Bricks? Because Bevins is my last name. My name is Daryl Bevins. And I am happy and proud of my family name, so I wanted to use my family name. Oh, that's cool, William. Can't ever turn down free goodies. Art Claxton said he traded 4 minifigures and 12 parts for 225 4x4 dark gray 4x4 plates. That's a really good deal, dude. That's a very good deal. And Michael just answered the question for you as well there, Fred Christie. Lepin I wouldn't touch. I have a primary reason though why I would not touch Lepin. And I mean, I've never touched it, so I don't know what the quality is of their particular parts. But what I can say, and I'm kind of trying to feel out how I want to do the water over here. I know I want to do water here. Can you guys, you really can't see from over there though if I did that. You know what, I'm just going to plate this in, make it quick and down and dirty and easy. But what I was going to say with Lepin though is I wouldn't have a problem drilling in with it, but the reason that I've never touched it, I won't look at it, I've never bought it, anything. My problem with, because I don't care about, how can I put this? I have no problem with off-brand companies building stuff, using stuff, designing stuff, whatever, however you want to look at it, call it. But my problem with Lepin is that they blatantly steal Lego's designs all the times. And don't get me wrong, Lego's done it to people themselves. And I could give you several examples, even though they claim they didn't steal them, but I can't support a company that goes around robbing people's ideas. And that's why I won't look at, touch, anything to do with Lepin. My opinion of Lepin is they're scum of the earth. And I appreciate that Michael says going to make Bevanizing a household name. And Lego Joe, hey, hey, hey. The Bevinator done in the Arnold voice. I'll be back. I'll be back. Like I said, originally I was going to do water, but I think I'm just going to grass it in since it's behind the houses. And then I'm going to run the fence line behind the houses. And then I think we're just going to fill this with trees. And then I might even be able to put some kind of scene in the trees somewhere. I'm not sure what or where, but we will do something back here. But I want the table to look more finished over here, because I want to start moving that way. Before I go that way, I really want to get this filled in. William says 2 of his retired Lego sets are Lepin. They aren't bad, just don't buy electrical or gearing in Lepin. Maybe I better not say this now. Oh, you're fine, William. Like I said, I don't have a problem if anybody else wants to buy it, and I get it. A lot of people, I'm going to go get some blue tile, and I wish I could bring that camera closer, but I can't, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. And I'm hoping, let's see, what if I'm trying to figure out, I need another extension, but I need a high durable extension is my problem with that particular camera. After I put everything on the ceiling, I wasn't thinking about it. It kind of limited my range of motion. Let's see, I really don't have nothing else I can do down here. So yeah, we'll work on the water. So let me get some of the tiles. And where did I put my bag of parts? There's my bag of parts. Oh, absolutely, Michael. Cash can be a definite restriction for hobbies. Especially, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has noticed or not, but I'm sorry, the prices of Lego have gone through the freaking roof here lately. They are crazy, crazy, crazy expensive with what they're doing. And no, you're right, you can't print the money fast enough. Can't chop the trees down to make it fast enough. do I want to? Yes or no? I'm debating on, do I want to make it pretty? Yeah, I don't want to halfway. I don't want to half do it. I want it to look good. So my reasoning behind saying that is I need to grab some plates because I like to fill it with light plates so that way it makes the water pop, I guess would be a good way to put it. So let me grab these, and then I need some whites, and let's grab some, just a few dark grays. There we go. Not a lot, just a little. And we'll grab this bin and this bin, because I really want to get this side of the table filled in and start moving on up to the east side. Oh, absolutely, Michael. Never enough cash. Never, ever, ever, buddy. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do, because I like to do this because it adds a little bit of depth. I'll just put a few dark gray plates in the corner. And what I really need to do, let's go one more here. And we'll stop there. So that's going to give me my darkness. And now I want to start tiling or plating around this with light gray. And I don't know if you can see this one or not, but as you can see, it does give you the depth. Because I do dark gray, light gray, and then white is how I get that depth there. And D17 says, I would love a ton of the big sets, but man, yeah, cash is definitely a problem. Yeah, and it sucks because it's like a lot of things in life. You know, they say money can't buy happiness, but man, it could buy you a lot of Lego. So, yes, it can buy you happiness, depending on who you are anyway. Buy you lots of happiness. I'm going to have to grab a few dark gray plates after I'm done here, but that's okay. And then let's cover it with a little bit of white now. And like I said, we're not going crazy with the water over here. We're just adding a little flavor, a little color, a little pretty. Oh, if you can find them, used lots at a reasonable price, I say grab them as quickly as you can. My problem is I personally never have any luck with that. At least I never find any good deals, but that's just me. And anytime I do, they're usually already sold by the time I message the person that actually had them posted. And put you there. But when I first started going kind of crazy with Lego, I can tell you this, that was how I got a lot of my Lego, quite simply, was buying used lots. I would find all kinds of deals there for a while. The thing is there's so many people that are doing it all now, that it's kind of hurt people in the aspect of finding deals because everybody knows the value of Lego anymore. Yes, everything goes up but our paychecks. You are absolutely right, Mike. I agree with that 100%. And hey, Bricklock, Illinois, Adam 2004 says, only fake Lego I have is Transformers Creo sets, which he may get rid of because Lego are really going to start making Transformers, and yes, they are. I posted that in one of my videos the other day about the Optimus Prime that's coming out this summer. Lego D17 says he has all of the modulars which are in his wheelhouse price. He really wants the Millennium Falcon, but $800 is a lot of scratch, and yes, it is, buddy. And me personally, I don't know if you can see it, I won't buy the Lego Millennium Falcon. Michael says Daryl's crazy with Lego. I won't buy the Lego Millennium Falcon though, and it's because I've got this bad boy right here with a full detailed interior, lights, electronics, and the whole 9 yards. This is the Legacy Edition Millennium Falcon from Hasbro. That thing's running around, quite a few $100s now if you don't have it. And let me grab some more parts for this, guys. I forgot what it was the last time I priced it. But me, if I'm going to display something, I want it to be a true display, if that makes any sense. And when I say true display, what I'm referring to is the fact that I want it to be something like that. Something that looks like a model, not Lego. And it's not that, because it's like I tell people, because I mean the reality of it is I'm displaying anything that I build out of Lego. That's what I have this huge city for. But like that Millennium Falcon, I'll never use it in a build. I'll never put it anywhere. I'll never do anything with it. So to me, it's kind of a useless purchase. And that's just my personal 2 cents on it anyway. And I need to grab a 2x2 in light gray and another 2x2 in dark gray. Because we want to fill that bad boy in. Rub it in, rub it in. Let's see, let's grab. Need a 2x2 in dark, need a 2x2 in light. Come here, and then I need a 1x1 in dark, and that is right here. And that was something else I forgot. I got today, guys. I got my order, not today anyway, but it was like 2 days ago. I got my order from Lego. I finally got my Lego order from December 10th of last year. So that's something else I can finally finish is this railroad track. I got all my little brown tiles. Very, very awesome. Brick Sergeant says, Flego Man in the house. Flego Man is Bricklock, Illinois. He is our resident Flego expert. He buys all kinds of off-brand Lego, but he's not buying, to my knowledge anyway, Leppin. And Paul Bot, sup? And did I miss any other comments? Fred Christie says, I really want to work in my city, but it's 2:14 a.m. Actually, there is an off-brand Lego roller coaster. It was white and black, I do believe. That thing was pretty freaking amazing. I never purchased it, but I always thought it looked cool anyway. And that would have definitely been something I was considering. But I don't know how many of you guys know this. Lego did announce that they are going to be coming out with a new roller coaster this summer. So that is some more exciting news for people that like to collect the amusement park rides. I think that's going to be something really cool. At least I hope it is. But by the price tag, I'm going to say it's going to be every bit the existing size of the current one. Oh, he's not a Flego expert, he's a Flego master, okay. Michael said I ordered 2 weeks before him. Like I said, December 10th, but I finally got it though, so I can quit complaining and whining about it. And hey, how you doing, Train Brandt? Jeff Escobar says, Lego makes my wallet sad. I don't know anybody that Lego doesn't make their wallet sad. It's that's just part of the hobby. Is you will have a, it's like anything, I want to cry every time I go to the Lego store, but it makes you happy until you get home and you see the bill later on. But it does give you joy when you're playing with it and building it and moving around with it. It's just the wallet don't like it. The credit cards don't like it. Anything to do with money does not like Lego. But like I was saying though, I personally can't wait to see the new, because I have the old roller coaster. It's up on the shelf over there. I have yet to build it. The only amusement park ride that I missed out on, and I still don't know why I passed on it. It was the original one, the merry-go-round. And I could have bought it. I was going to buy it. And I knew once it went on sale is what I was waiting for. I went to buy it, and it was sold out. I was so disappointed. I was really upset I didn't get that set. And the price of that sucker now is just It's beyond what I'm willing to pay for a retired set, so I will never own the original Lego merry-go-round. But that's okay, because I got the second one, and I also got a couple of the other ones from the Friends sets. And you're right, man, you got to spend it on something. You only go around once. And if that's what makes you happy is to spend it on the Lego, why not? Coaster Dynamics is the off-brand Lego roller coaster. Thank you, Steve. That's that black and white one. And like I said, to me, that thing is freaking awesome. I like it a lot. Some people kind of criticize it, but I still thought it was an amazing design. I heard, and I don't know how true it is, and Bricklock says he has that big white one also. I had heard that it was actually more dependable functionality-wise than Lego's roller coaster. Because I don't know how many of you have ever built the Lego roller coaster, and keep in mind, I have not even built mine yet. But everything that I've heard about it, it's a real nightmare to keep running, which sucks. Because you want to be able to start it up and just let it go. But I have not heard anybody that hasn't complained about how hard it is to keep it operational. I guess you're always having to finger the cars to get them to finish going around and stuff like that. Michael says I'm going to be buried with Lego. William says his roller coaster has X-beams. That's cool. Jeff says the Lego Simpsons house is around really? Is it that much? That's freaking nuts, man. I got every Simpsons set made. I loved those. I got the house. I've got the Quickie Mart. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess that was the only 2 sets they made. And then I got all the minifigs that they came out with over the years. So they came out, if I remember correctly, there was 2 different series of minifigs for The Simpsons. I could be wrong though, it's been a while. But I did buy whatever sets they came out with, I got every one of them, of The Simpsons. Okay, now that we've got that in there, it's a little blue, and I'm hoping you guys can see it from over there. Oh, Steve says he's building that roller coaster. Oh, that's right, you are working on that, aren't you? You know what, instead of walking away, I'm gonna do some. So I think I'm done with this. I'm gonna set that on the floor. I think we're gonna open some of my order here. Oh, you're all right, Andrew. Nobody's ever late here. You arrived precisely when you wanted to, my friend. And this is where a lot of people think I'm extremely nuts, because I am literally going to tile my entire train tracks with this. And yes, it is very expensive, but man, I love it. It looks so nice. At least that's my opinion anyway. When these are all laid out and filled in, and it's like, dude, how do you go wrong with this? It really makes the train tracks come alive. Makes them look so much more realistic. And I am all about adding realism. Now, brickheads is something I never bought. I don't know. I'm just not really a fan of the brickheads. I know some people love them to death, but they never really impressed me. Can't really say why, but they never, like I said, never really impressed me. Oh, Lego, you know what? You'll make more money on Lego than you'll ever make on any bank account. I guarantee, if you don't open them up and mess with them anyway. But what fun is that? Now, mind you, I know I have a ton myself that I need to open and mess with, but I still intend on it, even though some of them are worth an insane amount of money. It's because I bought them to play with them. I just haven't got to them yet. 10244 is the only carnival set he got, and he won it at Brick Fair, Alabama. That's cool. UT463, how did you win it? Was it for a build competition or something, or was it just you bought a raffle ticket or something? Or? And Papa's Brick says he probably has 2 of the most expensive toys there is, Lego and a Jeep Wrangler. Just empty every pocket. No, the only thing that would be worse than what you just said there, Papa's Bricks, would be if you had a boat. Bust out another 1,000, man. That's what a boat stands for, buddy. Bust out another 1,000. That, my friend, is probably the worst, most expensive hobby you will ever have, is owning a boat. I've never seen a bigger money pit in my life than a boat. And I don't ever want to own one again. Bricklock says he does brickheads because it's a bonding experience with his daughter. Well, that's cool. So none of my kids ever really liked them, so I said I just never got into them. Oh, cool. UT463 says he was the poker champion is how he won that set. Awesome, dude. Very, very awesome. Philippe says money doesn't bring happiness, but it brings Lego, and that makes me happy. Paul Bott talking to Bricklock. William says, I'm back. Closed this by accident. Oh, you're good, my friend. No worries. No worries at all. My hands just... That's the bad thing about trying to do all this little tile work like this. I mean, it looks great. I have to do it in increments, though, because my fingers want to start cramping. Trying to hold these little bitty pieces and pop them on. Michael says he sold his Harley to his stepson, his Harley Davidson, high dollar. Still have the fishing boat. Break out another absolutely, man. So that's exactly what boat stands for, is bust out another 1,000, buddy. Oh, Jeff, God, you should see what a lot of these Broncos are going for too. They're insane. I can't believe the markup on these, and these dealerships are gouging people. Which I kind of liked it that I saw an article the other day that Ford actually told these dealers if they don't stop, they're going to stop sending them products. Because I think it's ridiculous how they're gouging people for these Broncos, but Wranglers too. The thing I'll say about a Wrangler, and yeah, it might be a money pit. I've never owned one. I always thought they looked cool. I got a Bronco now though. The thing that I'll say about the Wranglers, man, is they really hold their value. Oh, yes, they hold their value. Oh no, you can have boats are fun, but oh my God, dude. They are just so expensive. I mean, how can you go wrong when you're out on something and you can yell, show me your hoo-hoos, and usually you get a nice show. Like I said, man, it's their, they'll break the bank on you in a hurry. And I keep dropping. Come on, guys, don't fall on me now. How much for all of those? I don't even remember. I ordered 1,000. Well, it's not actually 1,000. It was 999 because that's the maximum Lego will let you order. Bless it. That's the maximum Lego will let you order from their website is 999 at a time. That is like the third one I've dropped. There it is. I was just saying, what the heck, man? It's like my floor is eating them. And I hope you guys, and I am deliberately skipping some of these on occasion, if you guys are wondering. And the reason that I'm doing that is because sometimes the tracks get a little covered with gravel. So that is why I'm doing that, if you're wondering. Fred says the stream doesn't look any different. Filled in a hole and placed a piece. Actually, I've done a lot of little stuff. I know it can't really tell, but the next thing I got to start doing after I get all this is I got to start filling in all the trees. That's always fun, doing a bunch of little happy little trees. Happy little trees. No, I have not seen that episode, Brick Like Me, for The Simpsons. I never even knew they had a Lego episode. Oh, I totally agree with you, Paul Bott. I thought they were idiots for getting away from that inline six. That inline six and the Jeeps was the major powerhouse. That thing was indestructible. I actually bought a Jeep Cherokee once just because it had that in it. And that Jeep Cherokee had 220,000 miles on it. I put another 30,000 miles on it, and then I sold it for what I paid for it. That thing started up and ran, though, like it was brand new. It was just freaking amazing, man. That was one heck of a motor. And it was very dependable, very, very dependable. I am doing great, Zachary Zager. How are you doing? Michael said, I said, hoo-hoo. Well, hoo-hoo, hoo-has. How are you going to call it? What am I doing with the train track there? I am finishing off, well, I'm dropping my pieces, number one, but I'm finishing off some of my ballast work, is what I'm trying to do, because I want that to look like a real train track. So to me, by putting all these little 1x1s on it, it fills it in nicely and gives it more of a realistic appearance. Not everybody agrees with that, but I think it looks great anyway. It's expensive though, and I got a lot of track to do. Glad to hear that, Zachary. And Adam 2004 says they made the Lego episode when they came out with the Simpsons house set. Okay, like I said, I was not aware of that. I honestly haven't watched The Simpsons. That's what cracks me up. I can't believe it's still on TV, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't watched The Simpsons since I was in high school, and that was, that would have been 90. That's why I still can't believe it's on the air. That thing has been on the freaking air forever. It's cool. I can't believe they made such a great show and that people still watch it. But I remember when I was in high school, people were always painting "Don't Have a Cow" and stuff like that on their cars when they were driving them to high school. It's quite entertaining. Or they'd put Bart Simpson on the hood of their car. Paul Bott says, the 16 never broke down people would say you could shot it with a 12 gauge at point blank range and it would just laugh and run. I'm assuming you're still talking about the inline 6 on the Jeep, and I tell you what, I agree with that. Because like I said, that thing just, I've never seen a motor so dependable in my life. I take that back. There is another motor that is like, holy crap, dependable. And most people are probably not going to like this because it's not an American motor, but it was the Mazda Rotary motor. That motor, I've seen people get 400,000 and 500,000 miles out of. Cars were falling apart, but they still ran. But that rotary motor, because there was so little, the way that the cam is set up, it just kind of, I don't know how to explain it without trying to draw a diagram, but the way the cam and everything is set up on that, it just runs forever because there's no major friction points or anything, kind of like the inline 6 with the Jeep. And that's what made them so successful, is the lack of the friction points that you would normally have in most motors. You didn't have all those friction connections. You didn't have the standard crank that's fighting itself to run. But sadly, they stopped making it. So poo on them. They, looking at it from the automotive company's perspective, they don't want a product that lasts that long because then they can't sell you a new one. Just my 2 cents anyway. So they kind of want to get rid of stuff like that when it lasts forever. Not with the cameras that I have going on now, Freddie, unfortunately, but I could try and record one at some point in the future. I'm using brown, so they're wood boards soaked in creosote. But you could I've seen people do the ballasting like what I'm doing with white. I've seen them do it with black. Black looks really good too. And black's a lot cheaper. White is going to cost you. I personally like the brown, but that's just me. But like I said, black does look really attractive on these as well. So that is another way that you can do this. just gonna put a few more right there. I am almost to the, here, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna skip right up there. There, now I'm all the way to the bridge. Makes me feel better if I start at the bridge now. Yeah, I got to invest in getting another camera. The camera that I did have where I could do tours, it would let me do the rotation and all that. It is just, it's acting really freaking weird. And I can't get it to cooperate anymore, so I have to upgrade, unfortunately, if I want to do any more city updates or anything while I'm doing live streams, because I do like doing that. I think it's cool to be able to do that. And let's put just a few more. Over here, I am almost done, because I'm stopping once I get this little area filled in, as far as doing this ballasting stuff. He was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold like their mother. Yes, Papa's Bricks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That motor would do like 9 or 10,000 RPM. That thing was freaking insane. But that was another bulletproof motor there. And like I said, I know a lot of people do not like to hear that though, because of course it was a foreign vehicle. So that ruffles feathers sometimes. I don't need those. I do have that, Freddie Christie. I haven't, I'll even show it to you. I can grab it. It should be right. Yep, it's right here. I do intend on putting it in my city. I have a ton of Harry Potter stuff. That's why I did the Privet Drive. My intention, I don't know if you can see that in camera or not. I can bring it up a little bit. My intention, though, is I want to build and add Harry Potter stuff everywhere. And thank you so much, Scott's Blocks. He says that is looking amazing. Just wanted to pop by, bro. I got to go to bed. I got to go to bed myself here shortly. The school is actually where the camera is supposed to be sitting. What I was going to say, though, with Harry Potter, I plan on adding Harry Potter throughout my entire city. And I am going to build this, but I'm going to build this and make it an absolute, or make it a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to make it a true alleyway for some buildings, is what my intention is with this, but this will be getting added to my city. When I do add this, I plan on putting it right over where, next to the firehouse that I'm working on, which is my Ghostbusters firehouse. So I'll be building this and putting some facades in front of it. And Papa's Brick says they made a special tool that you would take the starter out and pull the tool in its place, and then you would take an impact wrench. Really? I didn't know that. This is a great set. I definitely agree, man. I love this set. You are absolutely right, D17. Like I said, I haven't bought it yet. Paul Bott says, glad to see he is working on the city almost 2 months into 2022 and some progress has finally been made. Oh, I'm getting there. Like I said, I fully intend on, part of my problem is I got so many other designs and builds I'm wanting to do, and I am going to be dumbing some stuff down. I have the old Green Gots as well, my friend. I pretty much, I don't think I've ever really missed a Harry Potter set that they've made. I could be wrong, but I haven't opened a lot of them, and it's quite simply because it's like everything. I don't have a lot of time. But nope, like I said, I have that one right here also. So I already have Green Gots and all that. And part of my intention, I'm hoping anyway, is I want to kind of incorporate this set with the other Diagon Alley set. At least I think that'll be cool. And when I do that, I'll probably do a lot of that work live. At least that is my intention anyway. We will see. We will see. It's like a lot of things. It's time. It's, I think a lot of people, because I know a lot of people forget that or don't know, don't realize that I don't do this full time. I have a full-time day job. So I only get a few hours a day that I can come out here and play around. And unfortunately, my time is limited. So I try to build what I can when I can, but I keep buying the stuff because if you wait till later to buy it, you're going to be absolutely screwed, my man. And Axel Plate says, hello, barn boy. And David Dunnigan says you should build a Lego version of your house for real with the barn. I don't know if I'll ever do that because that would take a lot of space because I'm on quite a bit of acreage. Yeah, shiny squirrels packaged into brain don't help either. You're absolutely right, Michael. Train Brandt says, what mock are you doing next? I'm going to be finishing off the houses on the other side of the street from Privet Drive, but I'm going to kind of cheat. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be, yes, Lego's my retirement fund. The reason I say I'm going to cheat is because I'm just going to kind of use some sets and modify them, kind of like the one that's already placed there, but I'm going to do 4 more or 3 more next to it. And then move on down the road. But anyway, though, guys, I really do need to end the stream here. It is almost 10 o'clock, and I got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to roll that beautiful bean footage because my butt needs to get to bed. And why isn't that beautiful bean footage? There it goes. But yes, it's definitely my retirement fund. But real quickly, I just want to give a very special thank you to all the people that have donated during the stream tonight. And I will try to get on a little bit earlier tomorrow so I could do more work. But I want to say a very special thank you to Brick Sargent, Brett Ucker, Axel Michikag. I hope I said your name right, buddy. I'm so sorry if I did not. And thank you to my members, Paul Bott, and also our new subscribers, Bogey and Hemlock Life. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on the stream. Again, I will try and be on a little earlier tomorrow night. Can't promise. It depends on my time constraints. But as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And hopefully, we'll see you next time on Bevan's Bricks. Take care, everybody. Have a blessed day, and we will see you tomorrow.